This is how to find the GCF when you are factoring. So our first step is that we are going to look at the coefficients, 14 and 35, and figure out what factors they have in common, and then find the greatest common factor. So factors for 14 are 1 and 14, 2 and 7, and factors for 35 are 1 and 35, 5 and 7, and that's really all I need to look at. I found that 7 is obviously my greatest common factor. So for this one, 7 is my coefficient. Now I come over and I look at the m. Okay, so this one and this one. How many m's do they have in common? Well, they just have m to the first, because m to the second is only with the 14. So m, and then I'm going to look at my last. I have p and p to the third. So I can only have one p because that's the lowest that I have up there with the 14. So this is the greatest common factor for these two. Now we're going to try a different thing. We're going to factor. So we know to do this when we see this. Okay, we have an addition sign between the two, and so we need to add these. First thing I'm going to do is look at my coefficients, 18 and 12. So 18 has 1 and 18 as factors, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. 12 has 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 4 and 3. Alright, so looking through those, 6 is my greatest common factor. So I'm going to start with 6. Now I'm going to look at the x's. Yep, they both have x's. The lowest number is x to the first, so that's, with the 12, that's all I can have. And yeah, they both have y's as well. And again, y to the first is the only thing that they have in common, because that 12xy doesn't have a squared anywhere. Okay, so this is the greatest common factor of the two, but now I need to go ahead and make sure that this entire term equals this entire term. Okay, so in order to do that, we need to take our 6xy and we need to make it equal to 18x squared y squared. So in order to do that, I need to get to 18. So 6 times what is 18? 6 times 3 is 18. Do I have enough x's? No, because this one up here is x squared and I only have an x. So I need to make sure I get to x squared. I'm x to the first, I have to get to x squared. I know that x times x is x squared, so I'll go ahead and put an x there. Same thing with the y. I need one more y, so y squared. Plus, how do I get to 12 from 6? I multiply by 2. Oh look, I already have an x and a y here, so I don't need to add anything to the end of my coefficient of 2. And there you have your answer. Now if I multiplied this out, there and there, I would get 6 times 3 is 18, x times x is x squared, y times y is y squared, plus, and then I take my 6, multiply it by 2, 12xy. See, these two are equal to each other. So that's how we know that our answer is correct.